I was getting fatigue, a lot of fatigue and breathlessness, and just bear with me.
Leonard has had life-changing COVID symptoms for 14 months, and he's not alone. 1 in 7 people who test positive for COVID-19 are still suffering symptoms 3 months later. Today he's hoping for some answers at one of England's first clinics which treats long COVID, defined by the NHS as symptoms that last weeks or months after the infection has gone.
I had COVID in last year in March, 28th of March I had COVID. I had all the symptoms, what you can name. I then went back to work after a few weeks, and then I went pretty ill, deteriorated slightly. I started having all the, what you call the aftermath, slowly. And I was getting fatigue, a lot of fatigue and breathlessness, and just bear with me. I'm getting new symptoms coming along. It's like my headaches, it's new to me. It's yes, I had headaches before, but not like this now, where I have to go and see a neurologist to check my head, because I never had headaches and watery eyes. And I get, I'm down because I'm missing the other things. I'm not doing, I know I'm not the same person as before.
This is one of the long COVID clinics the NHS has successfully opened, but its target of launching 83 centres across England has not yet been met. The idea is to bring together doctors, nurses, physios and other health professionals in one place. They meet patients, run tests and decide the best course of treatment moving forward.
Nothing, x-rays, blood pressure, urine, everything to see. They'll try and rule out everything else. And then after that, they'll try and work out, I think, what they'll do with me.
Leonard starts the session by answering some questions about his symptoms on a tablet. Then it's time to meet Dr. Nandan Gautam, who leads the clinic.
Did you do that before?
So we've done that for you today. It was set up initially to focus on the patients who left critical care, and also the ones who had advanced respiratory support on any of our acute hospital wards. And then as the need progressed, we're also seeing patients who were never hospitalised, who have been referred from general practice into us because they're manifesting many features which could be related to COVID infection. So it's almost like a gatekeeper function for other specialists. And we provide therapies here as well, so simple exercises to try and help people improve their concentration, improve their breathing, improve their strength. But the other really important aspect of this clinic is to acknowledge uncertainty and to say, I don't know why you're getting your symptoms, and to say that there will be some people who I can't say for sure why they are getting the problems they're getting.
Potentially you might have a patient who has had bad symptoms, has been frustrated at not having any answers, maybe not had that much help from a GP. After many months, they've finally come to a clinic expecting you to have that silver bullet, and you then send them for more tests. Is that a difficult relationship to manage?
It can be, but I think most people are understanding, actually. Most people appreciate that this is a new disease. Most people have been absolutely delighted, because I can reassure most people that even though they're feeling a bit rubbish now, that most people will continue to improve.
Leonard did leave feeling more positive and reassured, but that's not an experience shared by everyone. After a long wait, Hayley went to a clinic in Surrey, but felt very let down by the doctor she met.
Well, to put it into context, he yawned whilst I was talking to him, very visibly, didn't even try and hide it, and I thought, wow, okay. And I had said to him, so what happens now? Where do I go? What happens? Like, what happens to me? And, I said, do you want to hear my symptoms? And he said, you've described some of them. And I thought, all I've described it to you is, you said, are you short of breath? Yes. Are you fatigued? Yes. My hair's fallen out. I've done my hair today to try and hide it, but I have literal, as you can see, fallen out in clumps. And I said to him, even my hair's fallen out. And he went, oh dear. You know, if he had have said to me, I don't know, we don't know, I would have taken that, because at least it would have made me feel like what I'm experiencing is real. You know, I can tell you, I came out and I cried my eyes out.
NHS data obtained under Freedom of Information laws found that the average wait for a clinic was 27 days. While some patients were seen in just 4 days, in a postcode lottery others waited more than 100. For some, just getting an appointment's been impossible.
Because my wife and I are probably quite highly functioning, so we were feeling dreadful, but we possibly came across as not being dreadful. Like, I feel fairly dreadful now, but my wife and I, still got on and did stuff. So it felt quite dismissive. We asked to be signposted to the COVID surgeries, which we were told we should be, but the GP said it wasn't really for us. Part of the problem I've found with long COVID is my brain fatigue. So a year ago, if someone, a GP or another person in power, told me something I disagreed with, I'd be like, well, no, you're wrong and this is why. But you just feel like, oh, okay, because your brain's tired. So when the GP tells you that, you just go away and don't really process it. My personal take was, I just felt like they didn't really grasp how serious it was. That we'll look back in future and realise people have been devastated by long COVID as much as the horrendousness of the initial COVID.
What many clinic users had hoped to find was an experience more similar to Heather in Salford.
I was quite nervous at first because I knew that there really aren't many answers for long COVID. They asked, do you have nightmares, which is a very strange but quite common symptom of long COVID. And just from that one question, I realised, wow, they really do know as much as anyone can do. They've managed to rule out the really serious, scary things. I haven't actually had a relapse since I started at the long COVID clinic. So clearly something's working. And it was just so nice to not feel completely on your own. My treatment should be what everybody else is getting.
Clinics will have been successful if they help doctors better understand the new virus, provide reassurance to patients, and put them on a pathway to recovery. For now, time is what many patients are being prescribed.
The consultants, they're still learning. They praise me. They just guide me, listen to me and guide me through. And I know it takes time, and that's what they say, you will get better, but it will take time.